Tennessee schools could be dealing with two crises, a teacher shortage and a pandemic. Education advocates say the shortage did not end because of the pandemic.
If anything, could get worse. News Channel 5's Kelsey Gibbs talked with one advocacy group that tells us fears of the virus could drive more teachers out.
The jobs are here, but many are not being filled, and the pandemic may be to blame. Education professionals say some teachers are choosing not to return to the classroom.
And you're going to see them go outside the state, and it'll be virtual, and they'll bring people in with no experience here in Tennessee.
Two emergencies facing Tennessee schools this year: how to get teachers and staff, and dealing with COVID-19. J.C. Bowman, executive director of the Professional Educators of Tennessee, says we're dealing with the teacher shortage during a pandemic.
So we already had a teacher shortage in social stuff, in special education. We've had teacher shortage in math and science. And so we're seeing other teachers starting to walk away, some in elementary and some other areas that are walking away from teaching.
Bowman says teachers weren't applying because of low wages and the lack of education funding. He says the teacher shortage is nothing new, but what is are the fears that come with the virus. Bowman says now there's a price some educators don't want to pay, and that's their life.
We're seeing teachers saying, for the amount of money that I'm being paid, it's not worth my health risk.
Many districts are looking for teachers this year, even when some students have already returned to school. From Williamson, Wilson, Rutherford to Metro Nashville public schools with more than 70 teaching position openings. Bowman says those aren't the only needed positions.
Well, obviously, finding substitute teachers is critical right now.
A group, Bowman says, who's also scared of putting their lives at risk during this pandemic.
We cannot find enough substitute teachers to come into our schools, and the minimum amount of money that we pay them, teachers our substitute teachers are saying, hey, it's not worth my health risk.
Kelsey Gibbs, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Kelsey. Those with the Professional Educators of Tennessee say this pandemic has shined a brighter light on the need for education funding more than ever in our state.